Howdy folks, this is Jethro. Hope y'all are doing good today. I have actually got a final today on my Street Machine group build hosted by Jason over at the Blue Ox Model Shop. I want to thank Jason for coming up with this idea and hosting it. As I believe his second annual on this one. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool builds out there on that group build. So what I got is the what I called my 49 Ford Cobra. I combined the 49 Ford Coupe with the 99 Mustang SVT Cobra. Both of them are 1/25th scale, so I went ahead and I just took the drivetrain, all the suspension and everything out of the Mustang Cobra and put it onto the 49 Ford. So a lot of fun, really neat build. I'd like to build one of those in 1-to-1. It would be a lot of fun to drive that one. But anyway, I'm going to shut this down for a second and move stuff around, and I will show you what I got for my final. All right, well, this is what we ended up with in my endeavor here. Come out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with the results. Pretty close to what I had envisioned when I first started this build. This is kind of what I had in mind for it. So we're just going to go ahead and spin it around and get an overall look on it, and I'll start talking about what all I did on it. So basically it's an automotive paint that I had left over from a bicycle restoration I did. I just bought that particular color for that and had some leftover, so I figured I'd use it on this. I believe it's a Jaguar color, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But anyway, basically what I did on this one as far as body modifications, I basically deleted the bumpers. This rear pan here is the stock one. It would have had a bumper in it. I had to do a lot of filling in here, a lot of filling and smoothing out that. I removed the body side molding. It went from here all the way back to about here. I removed that and cleaned all of that up. And on the front, I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit where we can get a better angle on it without beating you all up too bad. But anyway, on the front, I used the custom grill and bumper work on there, this grill surround. It didn't fit very well in there. It required quite a bit of filling and sanding and grinding and everything else to get that all to fit in there. The lines were really rough on there, but I got it pretty close to where it needed to be. And then I took the, one of the things I particularly like about the 49 is the grill work on there. So I wanted to keep that and use that in there. So I had to I cut this little center section out of the grill and mounted that inside the custom grill because I wanted to maintain that look of the car. That to me makes the 49 Ford, the look of it. It kind of needed that on there. So basically, as far as the body work, that's pretty much what I did. I took a lot of time getting all of that smoothed out because I'm not real good at the body work stuff. So it takes me a lot longer to do any of that stuff. But anyway, I got all of that done and come out pretty good. I'm real happy with the look of it. The stance is pretty close to what I wanted. I would have preferred to get the front down just a little bit more, but that was what I could do without doing some major work on it. And I just had already done enough on it and just kind of, I'm happy with that. That came out pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and show you the underside, what I got done under there with all of the Mustang Cobra suspension and everything. I mean, you can see the wheels, and I got the brake rotors and the brake calipers back in there. You can kind of see those in there. So it's got the 4-wheel disc brakes, and then I did the suspension. You know, the front and rear suspension on this model actually was pretty nice, where you glue all of this together as an assembly with the kind of a subframe type of thing on the front and the rear both. So once you get that assembled, then you got to make it fit onto the chassis. So there's a good bit of grinding and finagling to get all of that to fit in there to give it the right ride height. The width is exactly stock. That's exactly the way it went together. So I left the width as it was. The exhaust is stock from the Cobra. The only thing I had to do is these little pieces here. I had to add that little bit in to give it the proper length, because this is longer than the Mustang. Basically, there was a flange here where the catalytic converters met the exhaust pipes and mufflers. So basically, I just cut it right in the middle of that flange and added that little tiny piece of, it was just a styrene tubing, evergreen styrene tubing that I put in there, and finished that up. I believe that's a 5 or maybe a 6-speed manual, again out of the Cobra, and that come out pretty good. I'm happy with the way that all went in there. I wanted to do the floorboards, the body color, because I figured if I was building this in 1-to-1, I would have had it on a rotisserie and painted that with the body. So I wanted to do that, so I had to paint the chassis black. I had to brush that on because that was one piece. But at any rate, thought that came out pretty good. Really happy with that. I did the little exhaust cutouts here. That's just the stock where the pipes come out is just where they would have on the Mustang. So I had to do little exhaust cutouts on the rear roll pan on that. But the tail lights, I just stripped the chrome off there and painted them black because I wanted the bezels to be in black, and then I just did silver paint and red paint, and I put little blue dots in there just for a little. I'm an old hot rodder, so I like the blue dots, so I wanted to do that on there. And we'll look at what we did under the hood. Put the 4.6 32 valve 4.6 liter engine out of the Cobra in there, the Mustang Cobra, and it fit in there pretty tight, but it went in there nicely. I didn't have to do any modifications at all in there. I had to do some modifications up underneath at the oil pan, or the rack and pinion goes, all of that. I had to do quite a bit of work to get that all to fit in there, but overall it went in there pretty well. I wasn't sure when I was starting this project how it was going to all go, but I feel like it went pretty well. The interior wise, I don't know how much we can see in there, but basically I just used the 49 interior, door panels, rear seat, dash, everything's out of the 49. The only thing I took out of the Mustang Cobra kit was the seats and the steering wheel. Everything else I left as it was. I figured if I was building this in 1-to-1, I would have left the stock dash because I just like the character of the old dashes. Probably would have just put a digital gauge package in there that fits in the stock location. But at any rate, that is about all I got on that, and really don't have a whole lot else to say about it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the build. I say it went together pretty well. I think the most time I have in it is in the body, smoothing out everything I had to smooth out on that, and radius and the wheel well. I had to do both the front and the rear on that just to fit the wheels and tires in there. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go from here. I'm gonna do a little slideshow at the end, little photos of the car, and just kind of give it a little more detail that way in what we can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Again, thanks to Jason for hosting this build over at the Blue Ox Model Shop. I'll put his information in the description. Just in case you don't know who he is, go check him out. He does a lot of good work there. I'm sure most of y'all already know who he is and already subbed to him, but if not, go check him out. You won't be disappointed. So I'm going to close it out from here, and like I say, stay tuned for the slideshow at the end here, and we will call this one a day, and I will catch you all on the next one. This is Jethro, over and out.